Skill 3 alone is strong enough. Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about Yorkist household knights. They are clearly a useful unit even for beginners, as you see them all over the battlefield. However, when I looked into the popular Veterancy paths, very few people were doing a detailed analysis of each route. Therefore, after using this unit for a while, I want to thoroughly verify which route is actually the most optimal. So let's get started. This is the unit I'll be using in the video. Since it's a low-effort unit that can easily get kills just by moving in cover commander mode, I focused on a cavalry-oriented build. This unit has become such a low-effort unit that even less skilled players can easily rack up kills just by using skill 3. There are 3 skills available. The first skill is Grand Descent. They dismount from their horses and fight in infantry mode. When facing units that cavalry are weak against, like pikemen, you can deal with them strongly and without fear by dismounting and being treated as infantry. By the way, they are invincible while jumping off the horse. The second skill is Iron Trample. This is a so-called charge skill that can kill a large number of units. The third skill is Knight's Resolve. This is a so-called cover commander skill, and it's possible to kill a massive number of enemy units. This is the main skill. If you defeat one opponent, the firepower of skill 1 increases by 10%, and the buff stacks up to 10 times. Before the verification, I looked up recommended training routes, but instead of routes chosen after detailed testing, I only found videos just introducing the creator's own route. So, from here on, I intend to verify the specific skill details and use that to help with route selection. First, let's look at this skill that comes with completing the top path. I compared how things changed with both with and without this skill. Comparing the two, the top path showed a more aggressive attacking movement, and the attack range during cover commander was slightly wider. Regarding damage, because of the top path's general nodes, it deals more damage than the bottom path, so it is unclear whether the damage is being added specifically by this final skill. As long as they are within attack range, I didn't feel a major difference in behavior. If there is no firepower boost in the final skill of the top path, it might be better to stop finishing the top path entirely. Personally, I feel some resistance to allocating a large number of points just to expand cover commander range. One of the nuisances when using cavalry is attacks from ranged units. Since the bottom path has a ranged damage reduction skill, let's look at the degree of reduction. Considering that the damage was cut by more than half, the effect of this skill is quite significant. For some reason, some people have high expectations for block break, so to make them face reality, I will show you how useless a low block break value actually is. You can slightly increase the chipping away of blocks, but I don't think it's worth consuming a large number of points to take it, so I don't recommend it. Besides that, this unit has a special effect that forces a defense break on normal attacks when movement speed is increased, so there is no point in raising block break. This effect likely applies to normal attacks during cover commander. This is a little extra about the previous Lancastrian billmen. Apparently, there was someone recommending using them positioned behind shields, even though they have measly firepower and can't even break blocks. I don't know which JP streamer's style you're imitating, but that person is probably ignorant, so it's better not to use them as a reference. As a result of the skill comparison, looking at the verification results, completing the top path is mediocre. For those who thought the bottom path is the definitive conclusion, that is also an option. But for those who want firepower, I personally recommend a mix. The reason for choosing it is simple. There were overwhelmingly more situations where I was using them as cavalry rather than infantry, so I chose this route. Also, if you are using a playstyle where you only use skill 3, the mixed route is recommended. The mixed route is a form that takes all the firepower boosts from the top path. So let's verify if those skill firepower boosts are actually there. When comparing them, I didn't find any major differences. I tried out the usability, and here is the conclusion. The mix is the most low effort. The route changes depending on how you operate them, but I feel there is no point in choosing the top path. The mixed route should be better the more you are a beginner. For those who want movement speed, the bottom is good.